Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So in this one, we're going to be talking about iOS 17.2 Beta 2 as well as a couple new features, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is actually the size of this update here. So you'll see it was 710.6 gigs, which based on other devices it seems to be around that size on most other ones. So almost a gig, which is actually a little bit on the big side. So hopefully it brings some good updates. I've noticed a few, so we're going to talk about them right now. Alright, so what we'll do is we're first going to check our build number, right? So we'll go into settings in general, and then we'll click about, and then we will go into the iOS version, and you'll see our build number here is actually 21C5040G. And so it has a G at the end, which means there is definitely a good few betas left. We are on beta 2. I would expect probably about 5 betas maybe. So we're not quite done yet, but we're getting there. Alright, and so some of you might have also noticed, there's actually a new coverage tab right here. And so if you click on it, it shows you your warranty and Apple Care Plus if you have that. But it was in a different spot in the general category. However, it has just been moved right to here, which I guess is kind of cool, a little easier to get to. Nothing big, but it's cool that it's there. Alright, so our next thing here, which is very cool, if you have a destination set inside of Siri, in Apple Maps specifically, you can actually ask Siri what your ETA is. So watch this. What's my ETA?
You should arrive in about 14 minutes.
Right, so basically that means that it'll just kind of read out your ETA to you, which definitely can be useful. You know, if you don't have like a dynamic island and you don't want to go back to the Maps app, having it be able to just read out your ETA to you is awesome. Definitely find this a genuinely useful feature. Alright, our next thing, also Siri related, is you can actually ask Siri your altitude and it'll tell you, which is kind of cool. So watch this. What is my altitude? And it says you're about 1,008 feet above sea level. Again, I guess if you needed to know that, there you go. Instead of having to go through like the compass app or, you know, the compass on your watch, you can just kind of use Siri right from the device itself, which is pretty awesome and a nice little, potentially very useful feature. Alright, so our next one here, again, involves us to go into settings. I know there's a lot of repetition between different features, but if we hop into settings, right, and then we go down to privacy and security, I think I missed it. Yep, there it is. Click on that, and then go to sensitive content warning. You know, this has been a thing for a little while. However, what's cool is that it's also, you see there's an option for contacts there. This means that, you know, it seems like the sensitive content warning will also be coming maybe contact cards and profile pictures and stuff like that. So, you know, if someone happens to have like something inappropriate as their contact card, you can go ahead and enable this and it will, I guess, say that it's inappropriate. Again, kind of an awesome feature to have, especially if this device is for younger kids and just things like that. Definitely something that will keep people protected for longer. Alright, yeah, let's hop into battery now. You know, at the end of my iOS coverage videos, I typically talk about how battery is and stuff. But yeah, so let's hop into battery health first. You'll see mine is at 88%. It's been like this for a little while now. It's been a little while. And overall, if we look at battery life over the past 10 days, you'll see today I've been on it for an hour and 19 minutes, currently at 82%, which is not that bad. I do think the first like 30 minutes was on the charger though, so there's that. Yesterday we used almost 100% of the battery and had 6 hours screen on time, which I guess is not that terrible. That's goodish. The day before that, I used 100% of my battery and had 6 hours of screen on time. That's, I guess, mid. I don't know. It could be better, but I guess it's also not terrible either. So I guess I'll take what I can get. And then Wednesday, you know, 5.5 hours screen on time, and only used about 75% of my battery then. That's actually pretty good. And the day before that, 4.5 hours screen on time, 75%. Not that great. But as you can see, just looking over the past couple days, overall, it's doing relatively good. Average screen on time is about 4 hours, and you'll see on average I use about 100% to 75% of my battery. So Battery life has been fine. Okay, I have noticed after updating to iOS 17.2 beta 2, there's been some definite worse battery life. It's just been dying quicker. And granted, it will take a couple days for the device to get used to it. However, I can't ignore it. The battery life has not been fantastic for me on beta 2. But anyways, last I want to talk about heat and performance, right? So overall, the device itself has been fine. Uh, Not a ton of heat. Like it's been relatively cool. Granted, the external temperature of the world where I am has been kind of cool lately. It's been kind of rainy and just gross. However, it has been staying relatively cool. It will heat up from time to time. Like right now, it's actually a little bit warm, just having it on a relatively high brightness and going through different menus and stuff. But typically on the day to day, it is relatively cool, right? And which I appreciate. It's relatively good at dissipating heat. That's why it's like it's always hot right here. This is where the processor is, and this is where all the heat's coming out of. But overall, it's been relatively good. As far as like performance, I mean, it's been snappy. The refresh rate is fantastic. I've not had any problems with that. WatchOS, I have heard this is not a whole different OS system here. WatchOS, I've heard a couple things about it being not great with battery. And it sounds like with WatchOS, I believe 10.1.1 battery stuff was fixed. I personally have not had any issues with WatchOS battery whatsoever. But overall, it's been relatively good. I mean, watchOS has been good. iOS has been pretty good. iPadOS, again, pretty good. It stayed relatively cool. Nothing really. It's been pretty good. But yeah, I mean, that's really about it. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, as it helps me out an absolute ton. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I can fix this kind of funny. This isn't even like, I mean, this is just a piece of cardboard that I use as a desk thing. Kind of dented. That was so off topic. I apologize. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all in the next one. So yeah, bye guys.